That time of year has come around again where everyone reflects on the past 12 months. However, I have a method which you can implement to do this far more effectively, because you're watching this video, which means that you're someone who has a growth mindset, and therefore you don't want to waste your time with your reflections. You want to do them to ensure that they progress you forward in every area of life. So all you're gonna need for this is either a Google document or a nice little notebook. So there are really 4 categories which you want to split your reflections out into. So I'm gonna go through them one by one and how you can reflect in the most efficient way possible. Because yes, you do need to work on strategy and you do need to work on implementing things to move forward, but if you keep implementing the wrong things, then you're gonna just keep spinning your wheels and stay stuck. So therefore, it makes sense to reflect. Look, okay, what did I learn this year? Where could I have done better? And that's gonna allow you to become an even better version of yourself. And one of my resolutions for the decade coming forward is I actually do this every month rather than every year. Because I think, wow, if I do that every year, I make all these changes, but imagine if I did that every month. It would just be allowing me to course correct much more efficiently. This method is going to allow you to make the most of your reflections so that you can use your lessons and excel forward into the new year and into the next decade. So make sure that you have smashed that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, because in the next episode that you see here, I'm gonna read straight from my diary and I'm gonna just tell you quite honestly everything that I've learned this year, the mistakes that I've made, and how I'm gonna be moving forward. Okay, so the first category is personal. So I'm just gonna go onto my page, which lists out all of my personal lessons from this year. I'm just reading one straight off the page. Says you need to take more time for yourself. Don't work so much that you miss out. I realized this year that content, like creating content, used to be my sole focus, and I would sacrifice the experience in the moment in order to get the content. Now, I said it isn't anymore, which is great, aka making content isn't my sole focus anymore, which is great, which allows me to be more present. And so only through having that realization have I said like, oh wow, I really like this. So I'm gonna make sure that I keep continuing not to allow content to ruin my time with my friends and family. Next up after personal is wealth. And when I say wealth, I actually split it out into a few different categories, and I strongly recommend this. So firstly is finances. And then when it comes to money, an example of something that I wrote is that my money mindset isn't that great. I don't really enjoy spending money, so I need to change that in 2020. Otherwise, I'm going to continue not to hit the income goals that I want, because if I'm continually not spending money, it puts me in that mindset where I don't have enough of it, whereas I need to get more of the abundance mindset of money. So then I wrote, I also learned this year that money will never be an issue for me, okay? Again, I'm not saying that to brag, it's just like a lesson that I learned this year. After money, I split it out into business. So for you, it could be your career, if you'd have your own business, or it could be the fact that under business, you might write, I need to start a side hustle, okay? So something that I did for every single section here is I put down a quote and then I circled the quote. Again, in the next episode or the next podcast, so make sure you hit subscribe, I'm going to actually go ahead and I'm gonna outline which quotes I wrote for each thing because they're super impactful. But something which I wrote here is that for business, high ticket wins, so selling a high price program which really changes someone's life is the winner. And creating your own methodology is really powerful. So to teach my clients how to create their own impact, to create their own high ticket program, I came up with something called an impact offer because my business is called Impact School, and an impact offer is essentially the unique methodology which we came up with. Okay, so if you're interested in that, then just make sure to go send me a message on Instagram or LinkedIn saying impact offer, and I'll explain it to you in more depth. But I also wrote high ticket means low stress. Okay, because having a load of low ticket ebooks and stuff I learned this year is a way more complicated way to run your business. Okay, so anyway, then after business, I split wealth into experiences and lifestyle, because yeah, you can be rich financially, but if you're not rich and wealthy in experiences and in the way in which you're living, then you're not living the best life possible. Okay, so I split it out into those things. And again, this is just me teaching you how to reflect in the most efficient way. So I'm not going to dive into exactly what I wrote for everything. Then the next section was relationships. And then with relationships, I split it out into social, clients, and love, right? And the reason why I did that is because there's all sorts of different types of relationships, and you want to make sure that you're putting your all into every single area, otherwise you'll begin to lack. So really, when it came to sort of the overarching different sections of my life, the quadrants, I wrote for relationships, this has definitely been my biggest area of growth this year. And under each of the 3 points, I wrote, you can't change anyone, and you shouldn't try to change anyone, because the only one who's gonna change is you, aka me, right? So I found that to be really interesting. So I split it out into those 3 things. Again, next episode I'll dive in on that. And then the other one was health. Okay, so I split health out into mental and physical. I recommend that you split your reflection into those 4 different things. And then when it comes to the next piece of content that you see from me, I'm actually gonna dive in and share my personal reflections on everything. I'm literally gonna just read straight from my diary. Nothing's gonna be held back. This was a really pivotal year for me. Scaled my business massively, built my team, ended my relationship, and so a lot has changed. And so I'm just gonna candidly speak about that. And so make sure you've smashed that subscribe. My name is Tickner, and we at my company Impact School help people build their own profitable online businesses using the methodologies that we have come up with through working with like hundreds of clients. And so we help people build businesses which actually change people's lives. We like to work with people who can create a huge, well, it doesn't need to be huge, but they can create a meaningful, that's the word, a meaningful transformation in either someone's life, okay? So maybe they can help them lose 10 pounds, or they can help them find a relationship. Basically anything to do with health, wealth, or relationships, we can help you achieve that. Or maybe you're someone who helps people with businesses, right? So you help businesses achieve 10 new leads per day on LinkedIn. That's who we help. So if you're interested in finding out more, go to newonlinecoach.com. That is newonlinecoach.com. And essentially from there, you're going to be able to just start a chat with me on Facebook. We'll have a chat and we'll see if we can help you. If we can, we'll jump on the phone just to make sure and to see which type of offer of ours is going to be the best for you. And then from there, it's essentially consulting, right? So we teach people how to do high price, high value, high transformations. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure to smash that thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.